Hello, welcome back to J&J Pick'em. My name is Juan.
And I'm Josh.
Last week I went 8-7 and my overall record is 55-38.
And I went 10-5. My overall record is 62-31. I just want to say we're getting double-digit wins each week. I think if you're able to get double-digit wins, you're going to do pretty good in your pick'em. I'm only one game away from first place, so if you're paying attention to our picks, I'm pretty sure you're doing pretty good. Also, I just want to say we're really excited with all the views you guys are giving us. We got some really good videos coming up. I just want to say thank you all for the support, and let's get into Week 7 picks. For Thursday Night Football, we got the Jaguars versus the Saints. The Saints played pretty great last week. I think the only thing that was letting them down was their defense. Defensively, they let the Texans do pretty good in the first half. Second half, they did do a little bit better, but I think the Saints have to do way better in the red zone. They have so many opportunities when they went to the red zone and couldn't accomplish anything. And also, I know they have a rookie kicker, but you cannot be missing 2 field goals. That's not the way you're going to win games. As for the Jaguars, they played a great defensively last week. I think offensively, they didn't have to do much. They're just playing really great defense. So I think this is going to be a really great game. But I got the Saints winning this one just because I think Trevor Lawrence might be out. And then Derek Carr has been playing pretty great. So I think it's going to be a close one, but I got the Saints winning this game.
For this one, I'm going to go with the Saints. I feel like they should get the win just because Trevor Lawrence is not going to play. But if Trevor Lawrence does play, I feel like it's going to be an easy Jaguars win. The Saints, they have a solid defense, but I don't feel like their offense is going to be able to put up enough points to get a win.
Yeah, I'm going to have to agree with you, Juan. We both got the Saints winning this game over the Jaguars. For the next game, we got the Falcons versus the Buccaneers. This is such a tough game to decide on. This for first place in the NFC South. We got the Falcons and Bucs. I think this is going to be a really great matchup. Desmond Ridder did throw 3 interceptions last week. He didn't play too well, but he did throw a lot to Drake London, and Kyle Pitts finally got a touchdown, so at least they're getting it going. As for the running game, Bijan didn't get that many yards. Tyler Algier ended up getting more yards than him. And the one thing about the Bucs, they got a good run defense. I will say that. So I do think the Bucs are going to win this game because they have a better run defense, and I trust Baker Mayfield more than Desmond Ridder. I do expect this to be a very ugly game, but I got the Bucs beating the Falcons in a really close game.
For this game, I'm going to have to disagree with you. I'm going to go with the Falcons. I don't know. I just feel like they had a bad game last week against the Commanders, but I can see Ridder coming back, not throwing 3 interceptions this time, and getting a win. I just can't trust Baker Mayfield sometimes, you know?
Yeah, I think this is going to be a really close one. It is a divisional matchup, so it could go either way. I got the Bucs winning, and Juan has the Falcons winning this week. Raiders! Let's go, bruh. Mac Jones, who? Bruh, all right, Jimmy G's injured, but I hope Aiden O'Connell plays. I don't know who's going to play. It's either Aiden O'Connell or Brian Hoyer. Brian Hoyer was serviceable. I'm not going to say he played great, but he won us the game. If Aiden O'Connell plays, I think we're 100% going to win this, but I still got the Raiders winning. Tyson Baguette is going to play for the Bears, and oh my gosh, did you guys see him play last week? This guy fumbled. The Vikings got a fumble recovery for a touchdown. He's not going to play great this game. Josh Jacobs is finally getting better in the run game. And like I said, Jacoby Myers and Devontae Adams, they're such a great duo. They're feeding Jacoby Myers a lot more for some reason. But if Devontae Adams gets fed, we're going to 100% win this game. I will say this, our defense has to step up, but I think they will against the Bears, who are struggling a lot. So I got the Raiders winning this game against Chicago Bears.
Yeah, for this game, I'm obviously going with the Raiders. I know I didn't go with them last week because usually when I pick them, they don't do good. But this week, I'm expecting them to win. The Bears, they're horrible. Even with Justin Fields, they're not a good team. So I think as long as the Raiders go out in this game, hand the ball to Josh Jacobs and, move the ball around to Adams, Myers, then the Raiders should be able to come off with the win. I don't think it's going to be a big win, but it should be a close game.
Yeah, I think it might be a close game, but we both got the Raiders being the Bears this week.
For the next game, we have the Colts versus the Browns. For this game, I'm going to go with the Colts. Gardner Minshew did play really good last week. He threw for over 300 yards. The only problem was that he did throw 3 interceptions. The Browns, I feel like they had a lucky game last week against the Niners, and I just don't see them putting up that kind of game against the Colts. The Browns are going to be playing with the quarterback.
PJ Walker.
Yeah, and that's the backup because I don't think Deshaun Watson's going to play. But yeah, I don't see the Colts doing another 4 turnovers this game. So yeah, I think Gardner Minshew should put up lots of points, and I don't think the Browns are going to be able to keep up.
Yeah, I'm going to have to agree with you. Gardner Minshew, I think he's a serviceable quarterback. He did throw 3 interceptions last week, but I think he's going to play better against his Browns. The Browns did play great defensively against the Niners. I'll give them that. But if PJ Walker plays, or even if DTR plays, I don't think any of them are going to be great. I'm pretty sure Deshaun Watson is going to play this game. And as for the Colts, Jonathan Taylor's getting more touches. So if Jonathan Taylor gets it going against the Browns, I think they're going to win this game. So me and Juan both got the Colts winning this game against the Browns.
For the next game, we have the Commanders versus the Giants. For this game, I'm going to go with the Commanders. I think Daniel Jones is questionable to play, but if he does play, I feel like they aren't going to do too good. I feel like Tyrod Taylor should be the starter for this team, but I'm going to go with the Commanders for this week. Sam Howell has been playing really good. The Washington defense stepped up, got 3 interceptions, and yeah, I can see Sam Howell getting a good game and beating the Giants.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with you. The Giants, they played decently against the Bills, and they did get robbed. They should win that game. It was a defensive holding against Darren Waller. Saquon Barkley played amazing. Tyrod Taylor played okay, but I will say this: the Washington defense has been stepping up. Like you said, they had 3 interceptions, 3 sacks. Sam Howell had 3 touchdowns, which is pretty good, and no interceptions. So he's playing good football, and the Washington Commanders had a great game against the Falcons. So I got them winning against the Giants, who have been struggling. They're low key one of the worst teams in the NFL. I think they're 1-5. They're not playing great at all, so I got the Commanders winning this game, and Juan has the Commanders winning this week also. For the next game, we got the Lions versus the Ravens. I think this is the second best game of the week. Jared Goff has been playing really great. He threw for 353 yards and 2 touchdowns. The Lions are tied for first place in the whole NFL. They're playing really good football. And as for the Ravens, 6 sacks last week against the Titans. Lamar Jackson played great. Once again, he led the team in rushing. I think this is going to be a great game. I'm going to go with the upset. Even though they're favorites to win the game, I think it's an upset if the Ravens win. I'm going to go with them. I think their running game has been amazing. Like I just said, their defensive line has been playing really great football, but this is going to be a very close game. And don't get me wrong, the Lions could very easily win this game too, but I'm just going with a hunch, and I got the Ravens winning this game against the Lions.
Yeah, for this one, I'm going to disagree with you. I'm going to go with the Lions. I feel like Jared Goff is on fire. He went off last week, 353 yards, 2 touchdowns. That passing game is unstoppable. And to be honest, I feel like the Ravens might win just because, the NFL, I don't know, it might be rigged. But there's a trend. When a team is hot, everyone wants to bet on them. And all of a sudden, they go ahead and lose. So yeah, I'm going to go with the Lions, and Josh is going to go with the Ravens.
Yes, sir.
For the next game, we have a divisional matchup. We got the Bills versus the Patriots. For this game, I'm going with the Bills. Honestly, I know the Bills didn't do good last week against the Giants, but they're such a great team. I feel like you can never bet against them. They can beat you offensively and defensively. The passing game, the run game, however. And the Patriots, they're not too good of a team. I feel like Mac Jones. Josh, what do you think of Mac Jones?
Bruh, Macaroni Jones has to go, bruh. I'm telling you.
Yeah, Mac Jones, he has to go. The Bills by 20. And yeah, I'm going to go with the Bills.
I'm going to say this. Don't be surprised if Macaroni Jones gets benched this game. I think Bailey Zapp or Zappi, he might start this game. Or not start, but he might go into this game. But I got the Bills winning this game also. They didn't play great against the Giants last week, but James Cook still had 70 yards and Stephon Diggs still got his 100 yards receiving. So I think the Bills are the way better team. And I'm telling you, it's Mac Jones, man. He's the problem in the Patriots because their defense is actually okay. But if you can't get the ball to the open receiver like Hunter Henry last week and you throw an interception, you're never going to win games like that. So I got the Bills being the Patriots this week, and Juan has the Bills being the Patriots also.
For the next game, we have the Seahawks versus the Cardinals. For this game, I'm going with the Seahawks. Geno Smith, I feel like he should be able to get a win this week as long as he's able to take care of the football. Don't throw any interceptions, and he should get an easy win. The Cardinals, they're not too good of a team. Their quarterback, Joshua Dobbs, I feel like he's decent, but I feel like the Seahawks did good against the Bengals, and they're going to bounce back from that loss.
Yeah, I'm going to have to agree. I'm going to go with the Seahawks this game, but don't be surprised if it's going to be a very close game. As for the Seahawks, they kept getting the red zone last week, and they're doing great, but once they went to red zone, they couldn't score any touchdowns. They had 2 attempts to win the game at the fourth quarter, and they just couldn't come up with touchdowns. As for the Cardinals, Joshua Dobbs, I think he's been playing good, but it's not a good sign when your quarterback is leading your team in rush yards. Since James Conner is out, I don't know who's going to be leading them in rush yards this game, but I got the Seahawks winning it, and I do think it could be a close game just because it's a divisional matchup, but I think Geno Smith will come up with a W this game, and we both got the Seahawks winning the Cardinals. For our next game, we got the Steelers versus the Rams. I think this is going to be a very close matchup too. This whole week we've been just having close matchups. The Steelers are coming off a bye week, so they are nice and healthy. TJ Watt is a game changer. He's been playing really great for the Steelers. I think it's just a run game that's a little suspect. Najee Harris is supposed to be a great running back, but 2 weeks ago when they played against the Ravens, he didn't have over 40 yards. As for the Rams, Cooper Kupp is back. He's balling out. He had a great game last week. Kyron Williams had a great game also. He is going to be out this game, but I still got the Rams winning this game. I think Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp, they're such a great duo. I don't think the Steelers are going to be able to stop that, but I will say this. The Steelers defense is going to have a great game, but I just got the Rams winning this game against the Steelers.
Yeah, for this one, I'm going to go with the Steelers. I feel like the defense is going to step up. TJ Watt, he's a game changer. I feel like he should be able to put some pressure on Matthew Stafford and Kenny Pickett. I know I doubted him in the beginning of the season, but I feel like he should be able to do good. I feel like this is going to be a close game, maybe not a high-scoring game, just because the Rams are playing against a good defense, and the Steelers, I just don't feel like they have such a great offense. So I'm expecting a low-scoring game, and the Steelers coming out with the win, and Josh is going to go with the...
I'm going to go with the Rams. I do think it's going to be a close game, but I got the Rams and you got the Steelers.
Yeah. For the next game, we have the Broncos against my team, the Green Bay Packers. So for this game, I'm going with the Packers. I know I always go with the Packers, but for this week, I'm confident. I feel like they're coming off a bye. You know, the defense, they're healthy, and I just know the defense is going to be all over Russell Wilson this week. The offense, they just got to play their part. Aaron Jones, Jordan Love, they got to do their part. Jordan Love has to be able to spread the ball, actually get some touchdowns this time, and Aaron Jones has to help him out, get a couple good rushes, and I think we just signed James Robinson. Hopefully he's able to help with the run game, and you know, the Packers should be able to come off with an easy win.
You know, I didn't know the Packers signed James Robinson. I think that's a good pickup for them. I was telling Juan, I think there's a must win for the Packers. The Broncos aren't a great team. The Packers need to pick up their morale. They are coming off a bye week. Aaron Jones is healthy. I think that's going to be a huge pickup for them. And as for the Broncos, I was just looking at the stats. Russell Wilson had 95 yards last week, and he threw 2 interceptions, got sacked over 3 times. The Packers defense is just going to ball out against the Broncos, in my opinion. Jordan Love will not throw 3 picks this game. I think it's going to be more serviceable. I think it's going to be more efficient this game. And I think it's going to be the run game, though. A.J. Dillon played pretty good against the Raiders 2 weeks ago. And I think A.J. Dillon and Aaron Jones make a great duo. So we both got the Packers beating the Broncos this week. And you got anything else to say, Juan? Go Pack, go.
Go Pack, go. This should be an easy Packers win. I say Packers by... I'm going to say Packers by maybe 2 touchdowns, 10 points.
Hey,
But yeah, Packers... easy win.
You heard it here first. We got the Packers beating the Broncos this week. For the next game, we got the Chargers versus the Chiefs. This is going to be such a great matchup. I love this AFC West matchup. I think the Chargers are a great team, even though they lost to the Cowboys last week. I think Justin Herbert was playing good until the end where he threw an interception. As for the Chiefs, they played amazing against the Broncos. You know, Travis Kelce had over 100 yards. Rashee Rice, I think he's an up-and-coming wide receiver for the Chiefs. I think he's going to have a great game this week. And I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. The Chargers do have Austin Eckler back, so I think he's going to play very great this game. And Keenan Allen, he's a great wide receiver. I got the Chiefs winning, but I think it's going to be a super, super close game. Don't be surprised if the Chiefs win by a field goal, or even the Chargers. I think it's going to be a close one, but I got the Chiefs winning this game against the Chargers.
Yeah, I agree with you. I'm going to go with the Chiefs this week. I feel like, you know, Patrick Mahomes, he's been doing just enough to get the games going and getting those wins. Travis Kelce, you know, he's a beast. I feel like he's unstoppable, and, you know, you just can't stop him, especially when Taylor Swift is at the game.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think this should be a high scoring game, and Justin Herbert, he has a last minute drive, maybe a chance to win the game, and he chokes. Justin Herbert, he's not a quarterback that can finish a game. He's proved it many times that he can't finish a game. You know, I like Justin Herbert. He's a really good quarterback, but he needs to work on maybe the last minute drives where he's able to actually finish and get a win out of it.
He doesn't have the clutch in his jeans, huh?
Yeah, no clutch in there.
I will say this. I do like Justin Herbert, but when it comes to clutch time, he doesn't play very well. So we both got the Chiefs winning the Chargers in a great AFC matchup. All right, for Sunday Night Football, we probably have the best game this whole season. We got the Dolphins versus the Eagles. Dolphins have been playing amazing. Tyreek Hill, what a touchdown and what a celebration, bro. He did a cool backflip with the phone. I really liked it a lot. This is going to be a great matchup. Oh, my gosh. I think I'm going to go with the Eagles, even though they played really horrible last week. They had 3 turnovers. Jalen Hurts never throws 3 interceptions. I think he's going to be pissed. I think the Eagles are looking to win this game. It is going to be Sunday night in primetime. They played really great in primetime. And DeAndre Swift, he's been doing really great in the run game, and that's what the Eagles are. They're a run and grind team. Their offensive line is great. AJ Brown's going to step up. But I will tell you this, it's going to be a very, very hard matchup because their defense is playing against basically the best offense in the league right now, the Dolphins. Jalen Waddle's playing great. Tyreek Hill's playing great. And Raheem Mostert, once Achane got out, I thought Raheem Mostert wasn't going to have a great game. But boy, was I wrong. He had over 150 yards, 2 touchdowns. He played amazing. I might be wrong. The Eagles might lose. But I'm just going with the Eagles this game against the Dolphins.
Yeah, for this one, I'm going to disagree with you. to, I'm going to go with the Dolphins. I feel like the Dolphins, their offense is just too good. I feel like they're never out of the game. They always have a chance. They can be down 30 and they'll probably put up 70. That's how good they are. But I feel like the Dolphins should come off with the win just because the Eagles did lose last week to the Jets. And I feel like they haven't played against really good teams, They were undefeated, but I feel like the teams that they played, they weren't too good teams. And I feel like this is going to be their first big game. The Dolphins, Tua, he's on fire. I feel like Tua and Jalen Waddle, Tyreek Hill, they're going to go out for another game. But don't expect too many points this game.
I will say this, even though I got the Eagles this game, don't get it twisted. I still believe the Dolphins are going to win the Super Bowl this year. But I do got the Eagles, and Juan has the Dolphins in such a great matchup for Sunday Night Football.
For Monday night, we have the Niners versus the Vikings. For this game, I'm going with the Vikings. I know they lost last week to a backup quarterback, but I don't know. I just feel like that was karma for, talking too much before the game. But I feel like the Niners always beat the Vikings, so I feel like the Niners should come off with the win. Justin Jefferson is not going to play. Kirk Cousins, I don't feel like he should be able to go off against a really good Niners defense, so I'm going to go with Niners this week.
Yeah, I'm going to have to agree. I think the Niners lost because of a fluke last week. Brock Purdy finally did throw an interception, though. George Kittle was not involved in that game. Christian McCaffrey did get injured. He didn't have more than 43 yards, so they just had a really bad game. But the Vikings defense isn't great, but I will give them credit. Last week they played great against a weak Bears offense. So congrats on winning that game, but you're playing the Niners now. They have a really great defense. I got the Niners win this one. I think it's going to be an easy win. Vikings defense is horrible. They're not going to be able to stop the run. If Christian McCaffrey is out, Elijah Mitchell is going to ball out, and then they have Jordan Mason too. They have a really great running game. So for Monday Night Football, we both got the Niners beating the Vikings, in which should be a really easy game.
So these are going to be our Week 7 picks.
Yeah, we got a lot of great matchups this week. I'm really excited for Sunday Night Football. I think the Dolphins-Eagles game is going to be great. Once again, just like I said in the introductory of this video, thank you guys for the support so much. We got a lot of great content coming in. I know you guys really like the in real life videos, so we're going to make sure I keep getting those videos for you guys. Thank you guys so much. Keep liking, keep subscribing. This was J&J Pick'em. This was Josh.
This is Juan.
And this was J&J Pick'em.